the stock market, meaning companies, new highs.
I'm not fucking leaving. The show goes on. Nuts, they're nuts. They know nothing.
An online network called Internet.
Well, it's very hip to be on the internet right now.
Welcome, my degenerates. The rest of your life starts right now on Market Mania. The no bullshit approach to everything from GameStop to GameStop. And of course, we also cover some other stuff like Bitcoin and the largest casino in the world where it all goes down at high stakes, the U.S. stock market. Today on Market Mania, we'll dip back into the mailbag. AMC is a reopening play? The next big short squeeze? GME being used as a bank, LOL. And the top story, Brett Ritchie, tell us what's new with GameStop today.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. Obviously, the sort of GameStop Wall Street Bets army won the skirmish or one of the earlier rounds in the war, the battle. They soared the stock. It hit, I think, almost 160 yesterday, Matt, and it settled in around mid-70s. And Melvin Capital was going to get, I think, maybe either liquidated or they would have to unwind a bunch of other positions, but they raised almost $3 billion from some other big Citadel, Point72, are kind of bailing them out. So it's a bit of Wall Street. The big finance is loading up the ammo to take on this Reddit army. Matt, how do you see this battle unfolding?
I mean, eventually stock's going back to 20 or even lower, but it could go to 200 first. It could go to 300 first, for a day. We've seen short squeezes that are crazy before. This is one of the craziest by far.
Matt, what are you doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you short it? Are you just not touching it? Are you watching what?
Let's see. Let me take a look at my position. I am short $2,500, which is equal to 2,500 shares in most people's world. About a half an hour ago, I sold 30 of the 200 calls that expire this Friday. So in 3 days they expire, and the stock's 87, and I sold the 200 calls for $3.50, which is like obscene. So it's 10,000. That trade, 30 of them is 10,500 in premium. If the stock doesn't go over 200 by Friday, then you collect 10,500. If the stock's over $200 a share on Friday, I lose $3,000 for every point above. And the stock's 87 right now. So you tell me. I mean, it's just insanity that people are paying for these calls.
They're paying a high vig, but I know you said it's definitely going back to 20. I wonder if it could just become a meme stock similar to like a Tesla or even Dogecoin, where people just keep it pumped up higher than that. This has been like a wild ride for GameStop.
It's a lot harder in the stock market than it is in the coins, so Doge is different. But as far as the difference between like Tesla and GameStop or any technology stock and GameStop is just a retail store. It doesn't. Maybe it's an online store, but it doesn't have any proprietary technology. There's nothing exciting about the future. So it's really what it is. And you can argue that it's a great store or a great website, but it's nothing special. And it's maybe $5-6 billion market cap now for what?
Ladies and gentlemen, we just made the Dogecoin GameStop bull case right here. That's not something you're going to get anywhere else. Put this right on TikTok. That's the quality of bullshit they're looking for over there. So by far and away, this is obviously, we can't take our eyes off the GameStop story. They're busting Citron and they're doing illegal shit, it sounds like. But 2 million degens, this started circulating around, which is a hilarious post, saying about a quick story about a gentleman that this is actually from 2014, but he goes around to GameStops, pre-orders all the games, and then uses GameStops as a bank because there's GameStops all over this dude and where this dude lives. And so he pre-orders the game, he wants to make a withdrawal, goes there, says, okay, nope, I don't want to pre-order anymore, and he gets returned money. This is getting ridiculous.
Well, he's using it as a bank to store money, but
yeah, because he's tired of the overdraft fees, and the credit union kicked him out or something. So he kept getting hit with $35 fees. He works at a mall, so he just goes, and as soon as he gets paid, he just loads up on all the whatever games are coming out, and then he just cashes them in when he needs money.
I don't believe the story. You know why? Because there's like 10 new financial apps
This is 2014. This is 2014.
More
Okay,
believable in
okay.
14.
Okay.
Bitcoin's still very unusable. You got to sign transactions by hand. Yeah. All right. So Tony, I know it. I know it, buddy. I know it. What do you think about this graph?
There we
Tony,
go. Had my
yourself
mic
up.
off.
Yeah, turn yourself up.
I love our modern world. I just watching it change overnight from the big boys running everything to the retailers gaming the system at every point they can. I just love it. It's so much fun.
I love it too.
I put myself in the way of the next topic. What are we talking about here? Oh yeah, the next big short squeeze. Check this out, guys. Melvin Capital has a bunch of put positions on a bunch of different companies, GameStop included. Now, you gotta know Wall Street Bets is just licking their chops at the prospect of another juicy short squeeze against any one of these companies. I would not want to be a naked short seller right now. Is that the right term? You got to put it all out there and report it? No. Naked short.
That's what Glance is doing. Glance is currently naked short GameStop right now.
So well, GameStop may be played out, but any one of these other ones, that's a little scary. I mean, I would not want to be reporting my put positions to Wall Street Bets world, honestly.
There was a basket of the most shorted stocks that was up, I think, 8% yesterday or something. Like if you were just buying the stocks that had the most short interest against them, you're crushing in the obviously recent term.
Welcome to the clown market, ladies and gentlemen. This isn't the market Glance grew up with. This is a different animal.
Adapt, right? Adapt or die.
They have to post that stuff, right, Glance, for Melvin Capital? They have to show that it's a public entity, right?
Yeah, they have to report every quarter. These short raids are nothing new. These short raids have happened before when some fund is about to go under or in trouble. A lot of other funds will kind of feed off their positions and kind of take the other side to kind of push them out, so they have to cover at the worst price, whether they're long or short. So that's nothing new. The thing about this one is they got funding yesterday from 72 Point and Citadel. So these stocks, you wouldn't want to necessarily short these stocks, or actually you wouldn't want to long these stocks and short squeeze them, because this fund doesn't really have to cover now. That they have liquidity. They're not going to be forced to covering, so you'd be wasting your time at this point. So people that are posting this today,
it's important to understand that how sharp that money is that they got. Also, like you can ask, like to Glance and me, when you say Citadel, does Citadel ever lose, Matt Glance? Do they lose? I
mean, they're cornering the market in the options order flow. They get all the order flow from Robinhood and some other firms, and they pay for it. So they're crushing.
Tell the docs.
Also, Stevie Cohen's like one of the biggest, most well-known traders for a long time, and he's the other one that provided liquidity for this guy, because this guy that runs this fund, this Melvin fund, he's an old Stevie Cohen guy, so he's got connections, and they took care of him. I mean, and now that fund would probably be fine.
There's no way the WSB kiddies are listening, because they're just going to ape in against this shit anyway. But when the sharpest money in the world comes at you, Brett Ritchie knows, you fucking duck, right?
I mean, or you say the game's changed, man, and GameStop is going up, and you just close your eyes and click buy. So
speaking of sharp money, you guys know that, my hedge fund, what I do is basically follow the sharp money. And it's not like sports where some guys on the phone, giving you sports betting picks, or you go onto a service. It's different. In this world, I'm following the options order flow and seeing where guys are making $5, $10 million bets. And, if I see guys say make a $5 million bet in AMC, and he's getting long, I'm going to follow and get long there too.
Could be WSB God on Twitter.
So is that what happened, Matt? You saw it?
So, we talked about AMC last week when it was a little under $3. Everyone knows that's my biggest position right now. Super long, still long over 100,000 shares of that one. So basically, guys came in, started buying calls. It looked like, to me, like they were sharp, and it looked like they were kind of betting that it was similar to the GameStop situation, because AMC had a kind of a pretty decent short float. I think it was like 30 to 40% of the time, or at the time, it was 30 to 40% of shares outstanding was the short float. So I took a ride on this one at a little under $3, and I still have it. The difference now is that I think we got kind of lucky. I don't think it's really a short squeeze, this one. I think that I bought for the wrong reasons, and it's good to recognize that, and recognize that I think I just got lucky in this one, because the CEO came out yesterday, announced they got $1 billion in funding secured, and bankruptcy is now off the table. So it's like a reopening play. It's not like GameStop where they don't have a business going forward. AMC
not as sharp of a money that they took. They didn't take as sharp of money, by the way, just so you know. That's a different billion.
So AMC though, that's a business that, looking forward, who knows? Amazon could be interested in buying it. Netflix could be interested in buying it. It's a viable business. It's not going anywhere. So I think this one's even at $4.75 now. It's up 60% from last week when we were pumping it here.
Ridiculous.
I'm not selling it.
Hey, I just wanted to pop on quick just to loop back to GME real fast. Chamath Palihapitiya was asking. He had $100K to just throw into the market. He's asking, where do I put it? Everybody told him GME. So here's Chamath buying GME Feb 115 strike price calls. Unbelievable. Just so you know how Chad of a guy this guy is.
Chamath. Let's do it.
He's also running for governor today, too. If you want to just know how Chad that fucking guy is. A billionaire just fucking LOLing $100K and running for governor. All in one day.
Torturing that $100K. What those Feb 115 calls are like $22 or something? He's torching it.
So that actually leads us to the mailbag here. My con started to cut you off. But
hit it.
We have a question from Astute Ryan wondering, it seems to him that all calls are more expensive now than they were a few months ago. Matt, is that accurate? Calls are getting more expensive?
So before 2020, the skew in calls versus puts was always the puts were more expensive than calls as far as implied volatility. And that was pretty consistent for years. Unless there was a takeover candidate, 99% of stocks, the puts were way more expensive than the calls. That sort of reversed into 2020 in the middle when you started seeing a lot of these stocks just explode to the upside and all the risk is to the upside. The risk is rarely to the downside anymore. So even now, calls are just way more expensive than they've ever been in history. So it's like, and they keep going up and up. Like Tesla right now is $890. Okay, the $1,000 calls for this Friday, they expire this Friday. They have earnings tomorrow, but the $1,000 calls in Tesla are like, I don't know, probably $12. I'm just guessing. I'm not even looking, but I looked earlier today. They're probably $12 now. So you have to pay $12 to hope that Tesla is over $1,000 and $1,012 by Friday.
I got one here from the mailbag here. The Brucker, he asked, is CCIV still? Did they merge yet, or are we still waiting? It's still just a rumor. There's nothing confirmed. If you're in CCIV like me, understand it's a gamble. The stock goes back down to 11 if they don't announce a deal. If they announce no deal, that stock's gonna get crushed 50%. So be careful on that one. All right. So still not announced, or like found a company, or didn't find a company, or found a different company. If they do announce a deal with Lucid, remember, in my mind, Lucid Motors is the holy grail of the EV space, and you know how much the EV space is pumped. So this is the big chaluka. What about Pershing Capital? They have a $2 billion SPAC too. PSTH. People don't even remember that one. Just pumping on general SPAC-iness the last couple of months. All right. Hey, Matt, does that conclude? You got one there, Tony?
I have one more question for you from chat. This is coming from Zach Siegel. Matt, are you still in CLOV, and did you cover your GME short? So take the easy. GME, I'm still short. We talked about that like 10 minutes ago. I'm still short 2,500 GME. And if it goes over, like, let's see, if it goes over 115, I'll be even shorter. But under 115, I'm short 2,500. Clover, I closed Clover around 14. Where is it now? It's almost 15 now. I just couldn't take it anymore. The kind of thing was like lingering. Started buying Clover like around $12. It went up to like, I think, 18, if I remember correctly, and then started selling it on the way back down and finished selling it down at 14. Tony, tomorrow I need the GME ticker instead of the Dow Jones right at the top. I mean, that's where it goes now. I mean, maybe you can kill gold. I don't know. Maybe the VIX. No, we need the VIX. So yeah, we just Bitcoin. Yeah, no, listen, let's not start anything here. Okay, I got my full Ape season gear on. You get it at apescn.com. It's the Alex Weiss originals now, and that is how we will go in to the Market Mania pick of the day. Again, Ape Season Originals from apescn.com. Alex Weiss's thing with the exclusive
Trader Ape stickers and the error. You can't get that one anymore. That one's going to be on eBay for big money. So let's go ahead. Matt Glantz, hit us with the pick of the day.
All right, AMC. That was my pick of the day. $3.01 like a week ago. I'm still buying it. It's $4.68 now. It's my pick of the day again. I'm loving this one. It's a turnaround play with the news. Bankruptcy's off the table. Got to own this one.
Wow. Doubling down on the AMC, tripling down if you want to count mine from the first time. Brett Ritchie, hit us with the pick of the day.
I'm going a little bit off the board here in the crypto world with Engine Coin, ENJ. I think that, again, I keep talking about it, but a lot of Bitcoiners have seen massive gains recently. And it's kind of combining with the GameStop story where I'm looking for some of these crypto gaming plays that might see some of that GameStop Bitcoin winners come in and look to press their winnings further. So I like Engine Coin here.
All right. Defended it well. And I am going to go, just talking to my man Brown Dog, I got to go with the AQMS Aqua Metals. There's a ticker that you're not going to just see sliding across the usual traditional places. So Aqua Metals is, they do some lead recycling, something, what have you, a couple $100 million company. This is absolutely not investment advice that I'm giving out here. And do your own research. But you never know. These companies, when somebody gets a hold of them in the clown market we're at now, and they're like, oh, Tesla used them once 25 years ago. Oh, they just buy that shit up to $2 billion before anybody even looks. You got a 5-bagger in your pocket before anybody starts to look at it. Okay, that will do it for today on, what is it? What is it? Is it a Tuesday, January 26th? Tuesday, January 26th. That's going to do it for us here at Market Mania. We do appreciate everybody that tunes in on one of the many channels. And it is Lupe Fiasco week for the quote of the day on the way out. Goes something like this. Show goes on. Great track. If you are my homeboy, you never have to pay me. Go in and put your hands up. When times is hard, you stand up. LUP the man, cause the brand that the fans trust. So even if they ban us, they'll never slow my plans up. Like and subscribe right here on YouTube. Follow us at the Market Mania Show on Twitter. We have a TikTok that's blowing up. You want to be on that to get the good stuff. It's Market Mania Show. I'm pretty sure still never been on TikTok ever.
Mike on. Let me just give a PSA real quick. Be careful out there, guys. The market is due for a pullback. A little worried right now. So just be careful with your positions.
We will see you tomorrow. If there is a tomorrow, like to end on the doom note. But for now, it's lights out.
Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have. I never sleep. Come on, I never sleep if I don't have my medicine.
Time to right the wrong. So your hands in the air if you like the song. If you're going over there, take it twice as long. Last time ain't talking about Tylenol. Oh, I bet you'd like to know. You can come around the way if you're trying to go. If you want to switch lanes for a pot of gold, or a domino, out of control. The usual. Get mad cause I'm looking at your girl.
Switch it up.
I do it so much louder than everything you've heard. Everybody heard, got the word that the world wasn't turning. Act like you're in a jury. However, turn it where I would turn it. Can't lie like it's Mississippi burning. Don't act like you're in a daze. I imagine you'll look the other way. Couldn't clear space on my mind. Was afraid of the time. Strobe light, like in the moonlight. I'm in the mood right now. How about tonight? My interview's tight now.